Oops, it still has music playing while we're talking.
That's nice. I like to be
I
musicated.
mean, to be fair, we were talking about random shit that had nothing to do with the game, so...
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
what we normally do, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep. Usually I'm kind enough to lower the music volume before, so people can hear the bullshit.
It's
Although-
it's like in movies. I think they can sue us for not putting that in before the movie.
Are you implying that our bullshit is slightly interesting to listen to?
I think that
think
it's
he
the
is.
only thing that interests people to come here.
Yeah, they come here to listen to the bullshit and then they leave when the D&D begins.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I actually had that happen on the stream that I'm streaming when we play second edition. People stay for the beginning and then they just disappear.
Or they do what I do and just pop in and be like, nah, you know what, I'm quite happy here. I'm just gonna
That's
What
just
is,
pretend-
what is
because-
this nerd shit, rolling dice and swinging swords?
Yeah.
LOL noobs. Fight me 1v1 IRL, bitch.
Let's go to the parking lot. Anyways.
Anyways, you remember what happened last session?
We almost died.
It was too far. It's too far in the past. I don't remember that far.
Technically, only one person almost died.
We
Well,
were-
I applied to everyone once one is almost dead.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't so much die as he was reminded of his own mortality.
Are we talking about me?
Yes.
Because I have a pretty crystal clear remembrance about just that little part of that stream, and that was that I was pretty kick-ass in that entire.
That's at least what you told us.
Yeah.
Or anything else.
At least he got laid soon after, so.
Yeah.
At least now
We
he
aren't
won't
sure
do that.
actually if he got laid.
Well,
I kind of interrupted in the middle, so I don't know if they
Yeah.
actually continued.
But
from
I
there.
mean, when you dip it in, then it's pretty much done.
Yeah, and at this rate, if it gets out, he is going to prison, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Quilena knows. How good is she in keeping secrets?
Not very, I'd assume.
Not at all.
Well, I mean, she could do some minor illusions showing the act.
Like a hologram projector.
Point on the hologram where he touched you.
I could just do a major image and just make it play.
Fucking extortionist.
A few levels higher, and you can make it like actually real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're producing illegal
Okay.
content.
It's not illegal when it's real.
That's what they said about Tron the movie, but that doesn't make it anymore. Unreal.
Does,
Or
does
Okay,
do
that should be
illusions
better.
count as child pornography?
Good question, dude.
I would say yeah.
I will then censor her out of the picture.
She'll just be an illusion of squares. Making up the rough shape.
I have a question, by the way, for you, Theo. Okay, illusion. I actually asked that to Chris, but he didn't know. I mean, he didn't know, but I'm not sure he's right. Illusion.
Yeah.
If I make my illusion fall from a high height, would it actually do anything to the illusion? I mean, I don't think it would. Because it's an illusion, it doesn't have health.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that will happen is what you make happen, I guess.
Yeah, but
the
in
illusion.
regards of the spell misdeed.
Superhero landing.
What does Misty say?
It makes a duplicate of me as an illusion that I can control.
Mm-hmm. So if
But
you
it doesn't have any
fall-
health, it's just an illusion. It's not.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it won't be damaged in any way because of it.
I would imagine not, since the fall really isn't real.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. So okay.
So, what you asked me was the whole haste, if that carried over to it.
Oh, that I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that I could cast it actually on the illusion. I think. Could I?
Well, the illusion isn't real.
So it
Oh.
can't cast it.
No.
Damn.
Also, they're both concentration spells.
No, actually, the mislead. I don't think it's concentration.
It's a concentration spell after 1 hour.
Are you sure?
I'm looking at it right now.
I don't believe you.
As for haste, is also a concentration spell.
Constitution? That's a constitution spell.
Yes,
Comes into
it's a confusion spell.
So,
Constitution.
as I wake in the morning, I will cast Mage Armor.
Good. Perfect. As you are
Yes.
waking, you are reaching Mintar.
Very good. Can I just get the access to their water and just make ferment on it?
You sure the whole river Mintar is basically the water supply until it starts mixing in with the sewage.
Well,
I mean, I could always just
it's
cast creative.
it's a way to deal with the enemy if we just poison them all.
Alcohol poisoning?
No, I mean the sewer. If we take care that all the sewer will just get into the water of their drinking, they will die.
I mean, I'm all for this plan since you don't even know if the actual enemy assaulting
there.
the city
Yeah,
drinks.
I'm
Not
killing
even is there anymore.
Yeah. Only the defenders are likely the ones drinking, since these others seem like shadow creatures inside armor. At least according to the guards that saw them.
Well, who trusts guards? They are paid
They
minimum.
drink
Yeah,
shadows. Shadow water.
No, I'm just saying that they are paid minimum. Who can trust the guard to tell you the truth?
Speaking of guards, you have, what was it, 24 on your ship?
Yep.
Manning all the posts.
Sadly.
Actually, they're all like rising up.
They will probably be looking at the bubble all the time because I'm kind of taking half the ship.
Yeah.
Who's
They're
didn't
like-
come sleep with me? Someone came.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
think
they did.
I think one of them did. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it was.
it was. No, there was someone of the guards that we tricked into
Yep.
trying to join you at least.
Yeah.
Use it. Okay. I hope he doesn't touch my bag because it will explode on him. Just saying. I mean, it's charged. I will tell him that not to touch my bag.
Okay.
I
Well-
won't let him die insane.
He's been very good about that since he thinks he's getting something else.
Hmm.
He's very
I mean-
concentrated on something else. That's
That's not
being
the
you.
fan he is after.
Let's see. Maybe. 1 second. I need to roll here. So yes, he gets it.
Good.
Look at the roll. Come on.
Did you
That is a
actually
perfect
roll
one on a 1d100. So that's a very good.
Fail for me. Good
Yeah.
for him.
I mean, Opposite rolled. Well, Opposite rolled a 1d1 before.
I rolled a 1d1 plus 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much did you get? 2?
2.
Surprising.
So we have 2 crits so
Hmm.
far. Good.
All right.
So you took Crambo with you, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh yes.
Oh
I'm guessing he's choosing not to be in dragon form all the time though.
Yeah, he's standing near the helm.
Hmm. Well, at least he's not at the front of the ship, where a certain Shump would try to Titanic him.
Isn't that my normal standing spot?
No,
Yeah.
you're more like
Pretty much.
Clinging to the railing wherever you got off.
Like, at this point, it's just one-handed clinging. I've gotten kind of used to it.
okay. So as morning rises, I will actually kind of see Rohathan, sorry, get out, and I will tell him maybe we could ring this place like we did in Shulmista. It worked there.
As in dropping a large rock.
Well, it worked.
True, but do we have a large rock?
Well, we can land somewhere a bit farther, take a rock, and then drop it here. Though this time maybe we should write the note before we drop it.
Yes, maybe you should write the note before we drop me and the rock.
Well, I mean, it was a good idea at the time.
I'm not following the rock this time. At all.
Fair enough.
When you say that now,
Well, I mean, it's 2 against 1. I mean, I'm pretty sure the guard will agree with me to whatever I say at this point. And I will kind of ritual cast onto the party plus Krembo and the guard that I just had fun with. Rory's telepathic bond.
okay.
Oh, jolly,
should be
I now have her voice in my mind. The last thing I needed.
Well, it's always fun to hear me.
Now, here's
When you
the
know you
thing.
spend too much
Uh,
time with
So
Palana.
when the telepathic bond links you all together, you start hearing this. Holy shit! I can't believe that. Fuck. Jesus Christ!
I will kind of say.
How did I nail that?
Though he doesn't he need to choose who he's talking to, or is he just spreading his thoughts?
He doesn't
He's
know.
thinking aloud.
He doesn't quite realize that he has a telepathic bond.
I will just giggle to myself and not say anything.
You will hear from under deck. Kothar is the proper word for, maintenance, cleaning a animal. There's a just cleaning, just checking for dead scales, washing away boogers from his
Grooming.
nose, stuff like that. Grooming, yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Maintenance cleaning.
Yes.
Isn't that for machines?
For guns.
I lost the word, and that was the closest approximation I could find.
For a short while, I was imagining you sticking a ramrod down Niniak's throat.
It might make fire better.
Let's get all those guts cleaned out.
Fucking pipe cleaner.
Isn't he a spirit kind of thing?
Yeah, but he's still going to do it, like check for dead scales and scars and grooming.
Isn't all the scales dead? I mean, if he's a spirit, just saying.
They are whatever he chooses to be because he chooses his appearance.
Okay.
Yeah, you actually find a couple of dead scales. Probably Niniak just humoring you.
Hmm. That's good enough for him. Just regular TLC and a bit of grooming.
You find a tick, like right in the back of the neck.
Of course, it's in the back of the neck, behind between 2 scales as well. Just
In the most annoying place. And Niniak keeps looking back at you, like twisting the head around, so you can't get a good grip.
no, sit. Ah. I almost had it there too. That's the kind of thoughts that's sifting through from Kothar.
Well, this is getting all very interesting. The chat that we are having on this loudspeaker.
Are you? I'm guessing Champ is digging for gold and pondering the philosophy of why it isn't gold, but what if it was actual gold? Oh, that's
Can everyone hear what I'm thinking, basically?
Only if you choose to share it.
So if I don't know that I'm telepathetic.
I mean, you suddenly start hearing other people's thoughts.
So then I can
Sure,
start to
thinks he's
choose
going
if I want
mad.
to telepathically speak to them.
Yes.
Hmm.
Or you can just assume that you can suddenly hear people and start using that as a joke. But I mean, that's your choice.
Maybe I should have taken care of that itch before I visited the Aurora.
Leorora.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
It's Aurora. You know, those two names are way too similar, dude.
So is there something you want to tell, Talk?
No. He will keep his mind to himself after this. That's actually not the first time Leorora has popped into that, like a placeholder for that name. God damn it.
Yeah, I think that's the second time you mixed that up.
I think he's cheating on Isidora.
Yeah, well, at least he didn't tell her to his face, because you know how that goes.
Big
Yeah,
strong arc like
that's,
you? Never.
Well,
Good.
then.
So, while you're all enjoying a telepathic free-for-all, the lookout from the crow's nest starts shouting.
Is it crow's nest?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's one atop the balloon.
Okay.
And,
Remember last time we forced the guy up there?
yeah.
Yes, right.
Forced.
I'm not sure he can actually get down. But
He can.
never mind. Okay.
But landing on the ship is the problem.
Mm.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is getting up. You always get down, no matter what.
True.
So the metal tube leading down to deck with a little horn at the very bottom of it starts making noise as this guy starts hollering down. Hey! Hey! I can't see anything below us, so I don't know why I'm here. There's ocean ahead.
I will yell back. Could you just look down then?
The balloon is in the way.
Look for dragons.
I think we're getting close. I can see the ocean.
There's an ocean?
For how long?
So I will kind of pop my head out from the hut and make it disappear as I walk out of it, and then go to the edge and just look down what I see.
Sure.
To see what I see. I mean,
You leave behind a guard hastily pulling on pants.
I will actually do a minor illusion of pants, his pants on another spot, just to confuse him as I walk off.
He like already pulling on his pants and sees the other pair and starts scratching his head.
He's literally just got the foot in.
Yeah.
Which one is the real one now?
So you look down over the edge of the railing and see below, some ways off still, a large city set up against the coastline with this central high peak over the water. There's a hill, and then the city essentially surrounds this single hill or cliff.
Do I see any movement in the city?
You see a fair bit of smoke coming from the city.
Does it seem like smoke that is now burning, or does it seem like light smoke?
It's light smoke. It's like structures embering.
Okay.
That kind of smoke. Like the raging fires have already come and gone.
Okay. I will tell the rest. I think we reached the spot we want to reach in the telepathic bond.
By the way, we're going to have this lovely telepathic mind link for the next 8 hours? Or is it
Yes.
24?
I think so. It's 8 hours, I think. Let me check.
One hour.
1 hour, sorry. Yeah. Never mind. It's okay. It's enough for renewing it every time. Also, I mean, I won't really need it once I'm misleading.
I'm not going to say anything. So, we see the city.
I would
Yes.
say. I
Do we
think so.
see the building we're looking for, though?
The Circle of Life building,
Yes,
the tower. Yes.
it's still standing.
Yes, it's standing above all else all other buildings at the very top of the cliff.
Do you want to destroy that building? I asked.
I think someone hit a nerve.
Yep.
You okay?
Yeah, I hit the. You know when you hit your elbow, strike a nerve there, and it just shoots through your arm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but since we don't see, well, they had trebuchets, so we weren't expecting any danger from there. Should we just head straight to the Circle of Life building, or do we see a need to do a roundabout scout trip?
From where you are, you don't see any movement on the battlements around the city.
But is there any movement near the tower?
It's difficult to tell because the buildings are like shrouding streets. You can see some movement though around the like square in the middle of this like on top where there's a large palatial house, and then there's the Circle of Life tower and like other important looking buildings all surrounding this square. There's movement coming and going.
What the hell?
What?
Circle of Life. I couldn't help it.
That was very confusing.
Shall we take
What
a
do we hear
rainforest
when
approach
we
then?
come over the wall?
Yeah.
That song is for when you and Isadora are having fun, not for when we're in the city.
No, that's like 9 months after.
In 8 months and 3 weeks?
That's pretty much.
Would be nice.
Speaking of which, Sepp, roll a 1d100.
You're pregnant.
Steph is pregnant, yep.
Shump is pregnant. Turns out,
Yeah.
Isadora was the one with the penis.
It's a Schwarzenegger movie.
Was that the larger the number is, the more of is that percentage-wise?
I guess you'll have to wait and see.
There's a 72% chance that she's pregnant.
Knowing you, that's almost guaranteed, isn't it?
But I will take care of that.
I mean, just a regular wire coat hanger would probably do.
Yeah, but that's just for one instance. I'm gonna take care of the problem at the root.
We have a healer. You can just push her down the stairs.
If you really want, I can.
We always go so dark. Anyone else notice that?
Question: since a child is technically a parasite, does cure disease work?
I don't think
No.
parasites are considered a disease.
Well, they're not a symbiote.
It doesn't matter.
It's not a symbiotic relationship. It is a parasitical.
I think the configuration is that if it's smaller than a certain size.
Yeah, which it is at the start.
So we reached the Circle of Life tower.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on.
Who's at the helm?
You can hear this this baby noises in the background in your mind. You don't know where it's coming from, but it's there.
Oh, Jesus. Who's at the helm?
Oh, Jesus.
Is a gnome at the helm?
I would assume Shump is.
Schultz is our de facto captain, isn't he?
Yes, he
Yeah.
never sleeps. He flies all the way.
Give him all this responsibility.
Stop humping your desk.
The only way I can get close because this is a stress test and it should be used as a computer chair. And I have no choice because the other one is broken.
But, come on, not during the stream at least. The humping.
The stream has seen worse.
Okay,
And we
Shump.
have a-
Shump,
have a cricket.
Yes.
make a vehicle's air check.
You're going to die.
We're all fucked.
Who's at the
See
furnace?
here.
Well, I'm not going to die. I have a fetish fault. But
Why is it always so mediocre?
Cause Kotar would
Trump
have
is
gone to
mediocre.
the furnace once the morning ritual is over,
Okay.
since he
After
has
he
experience
has
with
cleaned the throat of Binyak.
it. Mhm.
Sure, the throat. Um,
The nozzle.
uh,
It'll
The
be
muzzle?
one of those days.
Muzzle works too.
okay,
Wesley. Yes.
so you come to a very clean halt beside the Circle of Life tower, and
Before you specify where on it, there was a section of the city that is kind of higher than the rest,
Yep.
right? And the tower is not on that section.
the tower is atop the high section.
Good. We would try to get the tower between us and that higher section then.
The tower is on the higher
The,
section.
the tower is on the
Oh.
highest point of the high section.
So they're compensating. Okay.
I mean, it used to be a wizard's tower, so what do you expect?
Well, there you
I
go.
will actually go to Champ and ask if I can try to take off later.
Let me think about that.
I
I
mean,
will
I
run
did a
it
good
by-
work at the library.
Let's see
Yes,
if we survive.
they are
first.
probably, yeah. And the library is probably they are agreeing with you to some extent. Also, the Forest of Shilmista is probably agreeing with you, where the Difficult Library has a piece.
I mean, they love reading, don't they?
Well, think about it. Come on.
Okay. I pat his shoulder and say, "Good job on the
Not necessarily.
part in the room."
I don't know how to answer that.
She will
That
just
should
turn
have been
around and
private.
go. She will just turn around and start walking after she says that.
So, as soon as you get essentially within the city walls, the sky above you changes.
Hmm.
The clouds become dark above you, and a sort of aurora borealis style, like green and blue hue, and marks the sky like a shroud completely above you.
Does it seem like it's going to rain?
No.
Because if it is, I will do a hut. So.
No, this is most definitely a magical effect of some kind.
Oh,
Kotar would be very interested in observing it, so
I will. First of all, I will ask telepathically. I mean, I will only ask the group plus the Crembo. What is the plan from here?
Fine. My scars are itching. He's close.
I would like to remind you there is a disease in the city.
potentially.
Yeah, I also have that. You don't see me complaining about it.
Well,
You hear the guard suddenly say, like, in your minds, whose pants are these?
I knew she was a frilly.
So I will just change one little aspect of my illusion as a bonus action. I will change it so the inside of the pants will be pink fur. So it's slightly like it shows in the edges, like the small pink fur, like kind of. That will probably take him a while to adjust for.
Yeah. In the background, the guard starts scratching his head again.
I want to pour some water into a small glass vial if I have one.
Sure.
Or one lying around, and walk up to the guard and say, "Here, drink this once a day, every 3 hours, once every day."
I can make it better, that drink.
No,
Every
we need
time.
him.
Oh, okay.
Just once a day.
Tomorrow, when we are ending this, let me
Assuming
offer
he
you a drink.
survives. He is father, after all.
Are you really saying it to him?
Yes.
Okay. I think that you kind of lowered his morale to death.
So it always gotta be that whiny one. Now, the plan was, as far as I know, we only dock with the tower and get what information we can before determining if we fully disembark and land, yes?
That was my plan, yes.
Is there anyone actually meeting us by the tower?
I will actually walk, by the way, to the other side of the ship that is in front of the window. Completely the other
Sure.
side.
Okay. Sure.
But I will be in range that I can actually listen, if I can. I mean,
Okay.
to keep, like, distance that I can listen.
Sure. There's no welcoming party, at least yet. While you're like coming up to the tower and aligning yourselves on the ocean side, you hear from the crow's nest through the metallic tube. Hey, there's faces in the sky. Is that normal?
I will look up.
Yeah.
Yeah, from where you can see, from where you are, you can see the aurora above you, like shifting very rapidly, swirling above you.
Does it seem like faces?
Not from where you are, but the guy at the crow's nest is probably significantly higher, and I believe he has the spyglass, if I remember right.
I will use the minor illusion as the range the closest that I can to him, and use just a voice and say I don't see anything special. And I will use the voice of the guard that I just had fun with.
Ah! That's the sound that comes from the crow's nest. Then you start seeing the netting, the rope netting on either side of the balloon and coming down to the deck of the ship. It starts wobbling on one side.
Is he trying to get down?
Probably. Kothar is going to... we're ready to lower the gangplank, right?
Lower
Yeah.
it to where?
You're close
To the
enough.
tower.
We're low enough that we can lower it through a window
Or a balcony.
or balcony.
I just
Yeah.
hope it's not the naked old guy in there. Just having his
Kothar is
shower.
about to find out because he's going to cross quickly.
It's like the old 60s Batman cartoons. Someone just opens a window and it's a celebrity cameo.
What the deuces are you doing here?
So the guard from up top hurries quickly down the ropes on one side, and then lands back on the deck. You can see that he's white in his face and like agitated.
I will do a minor illusion of just a voice saying "Psst" from behind him.
He turns around and like jumps.
Okay, that's the fun I
Well,
have
no.
with him. Yes.
Would you mind not terrifying our troops?
They've got enough to
It's so
worry
fun.
about.
But it is so fun.
Yes. In the face of mortal danger.
We
Well,
are
then-
going to die.
Exactly.
That's why we're
I
here.
need to have fun before we all die.
Ah, yes. Lower the gangplank.
Okay. A couple of gnomes rush up and quickly slide the gangplank over the side, and then you hear it clack against the railing of one of the small balconies. It's not even a full balcony. It's like one of those like half a meter of balcony just outside the French
Room for two
doors.
chairs.
Not even that. It's like room for someone to stand in. And then there's like these very fancy French doors.
No, from
Okay, you go to the balcony and knock. You hear from inside, "Who is it?"
Hello, this is the company of Kothar. I'm here. We're here to save your city. Would you like opening up for us? Perhaps you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, fighters.
Colena.
The curtain behind or on the inside moves, and you can see this middle-aged
I knew it. I knew
woman.
it was the wrong window.
Middle-aged woman parts the curtain a little bit and looks at you, then pauses, and then you hear footsteps quickly rushing away.
I will do a minor illusion in front of Kothar of a imp just standing there and dancing.
Kothar just waves it away while he's looking at the maniac. I hope you didn't scare her off.
A moment
And I will-
later, you hear the woman's voice returning, and there was a dragon.
Dragon?
Yes, a dragon. I tell you. No, a dragon. It's on his shoulder. Then another moment passes, and the curtains are pulled back a little bit again, and you see a pair of guards standing there.
Kothar is doing that typical Morpheus stance, both hands behind his back, locked.
Sure. The guards then look behind you and see that the ballistas behind you are mounted by other guards from Mintar, and then instantly open the doors.
Thank you. It was about time. It's getting chilly out here.
Where the hell did you come from?
Nightstone.
Nightstone?
Yes.
What in the... Well,
That's an airship. You have your people on it. Your people travel to Nightstone. We have come to bring them back to the fight, I suppose.
Okay. Well, we could use the help.
It's okay if we park here, right?
Yeah, I hope you don't have to pay parking fees.
We can't afford that.
We're not paying it anyway.
Well,
We did last time.
Well, considering we don't exactly have any kind of legislation regarding airships, and most importantly, we're kind of trapped in here, then I guess just park wherever.
I
Trapped, you say?
will.
You don't happen to have any food, do you?
There's
you want
actually
to-
quite a lot of it on the ship.
Do you want to maybe get on the ship and we will leave then?
Well, if there's a room on the ship for whoever's trapped in the tower, it is a fairly big tower, so
That
it's not
No.
filled to the brim.
Oh, no. There's about 120 of us. We are trapped in this section of the city.
Hang on. Just checking what that actually does. Wow. Very
We could do a
descriptive.
few trips to get them out.
What the hell happened to that spell description?
I don't know. That's the one I dragged in from Roll20.
Huh.
What spell?
Create food and water.
You see his create food and water? Why the hell is it red? Why has it got brackets?
It has everything, just no description.
But yes, I will telepathically tell Shump to get a few of the men that aren't mounting ballista to carry the 20 days worth of rations we have carried into the tower for now.
Sure.
And I will use...
I like the whispery effect of this telepathic thing. Everyone, get the food and get it into your tower. Only the free ones. Idle hands are the devil playthings. Devil's playthings.
I'll turn and gesture for Crambo and the leader of the military men, I guess. What? Oh, no, that
I
was
will
Sarah,
actually-
wasn't it?
Yeah, Haron is like the
I will
nominal
just
leader. I
stop
believe.
the one that I had fun with. I will stop him before he leaves and tell him come back and do like a fluttering of eyes in front of him.
Sure. He like blinks a couple of times, and then nods and hurries off.
And I will do a minor illusion of fuzzy cuffs just in front of him as he walks, pink fuzzy cuffs, and just they go back to looking to, to the rest of
You
them.
see him like visibly shiver, but he carries on.
And do we hear his thoughts filtering through, saying, "Oh, I'll come on your back, all right."
Sure.
I'm gonna
Good.
head under into the inside of the ship and look for some containers for water and food.
You
Yeah.
have a pseudo dragon. I will have a follower.
And then if I find containers for water and food, I will use create food and water and get them to ration it out. It says 15 people, but I'm sure if the ration
They,
it could get more.
they probably have more materials for that inside.
Most likely, yeah.
I would rather suggest you do that, because we're pretty sure what we have on the ship. But this is a very large tower full of people, so I'm sure they have
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff you need.
Well, I'll go inside the tower and cast create food and water on nearby containers.
What is the state of this tower in regards to its building?
Also, do we see the entrance from that spot we see? That's a loud foam.
The building is in perfect shape, essentially. You can see the entrance to the tower is on the square outside.
Does it look barricaded?
The entrance itself, there are barricades like outside the door, essentially making like this funnel towards the door, but it's not barred or anything.
I would just ask loudly from behind, "Are you still sick?" With no reference. I'm not adding a reference to it. I'm just asking that like it. Like that. That's the way I'm asking it.
Okay. The guards shake their heads, say, the sickness hasn't been noticed, at least, for quite some time. Could be that all the carriers died, or whatever this magical effect above our heads is. That could be the cause, too. I don't know.
So you don't get
Does,
clouds over here.
Does Heron and Crumbo start moving?
Yeah, they both are ready to follow you into the tower.
I'm staying on the ship.
Yep. Kothar will head in with them at least.
Okay.
Damn disease.
I will... No, actually not yet. I will see in a moment.
What did I miss?
You died.
Oh, I died. Cool.
You tripped while filling up something and fell off the ship.
Ah, awesome.
Nothing. We just finally got the rations out, and Kothar got into the building with Crumbo and how is its name? Aaron.
Haron.
Aaron.
I'm also inside the building as well, so.
So I'm the only one
Shump,
staying
do
out
you
here.
wish to stay on the ship? Man the defenses there?
Sure, I'll keep them in line. Also, if you see that guy that tried to kill me last time, tell me telepathetically, and I will come kill him.
Certainly.
I'm just wondering how do you telepathetically
I've been trying to get that word to trend for 10 years now.
It's working
Oh,
for me. I like it.
What about hyper-pathetically?
I need to find a purpose for that word.
very well. So they start getting food at least. Would also tell them to bring their foremost experts on the disease. And,
Okay.
whoever else they might think is useful.
All right. Sure. They lead you down towards the bottom of the tower, where it essentially like expands out. So it tapers off towards the top in a very classical wizard's tower fashion, and you reach one of the like the third floor from the bottom, and there is a large room that has been cleared out. There's a large table in the middle where the guards have ostensibly made a command center. There are like scrolls littered around with orders on them, half finished. There are guards moving back and forth everywhere. There are these white-dressed clerics and priests and priestesses that are flitting around as well, all attending to their own duties. And in the middle of the map there is or in the middle of the table there is a map of the city itself with a drawn border around the highest section of the city, as well as like pins set in to indicate very recent contacts or battles, it seems. It only takes a short while for them to assemble everyone who has like any direct knowledge of the events in the city, or the best knowledge. The guard captain that attends the meeting is called Eloig. And the priestess from the Circle of Life is named Sister Brasinia.
Missed it a bit.
A little bit.
Okay. I'd like to keep an eye on their response and, well, rapport with Crambo.
With
See how
Crambo?
just see how they talk to him and if they give off any familiarity with him.
Sure. From what you can instantly tell, Elwig seems like a very fresh, like essentially battlefield commissioned guard captain. So he's like fidgeting a little bit. He has this nervous tick where he keeps cracking a single knuckle on his left hand over and over again. Even though it stops cracking after the first time, he keeps like pushing on it to make it pop again, and then starts pulling it. And that goes all the while he's like introducing himself and giving you the layout of the situation in the city. Crambo doesn't show any recognition towards either of them. Neither do they towards Crambo.
So, first and foremost, what's the status in terms of the battle and the disease? Overall status for now.
So the guard captain tells you that the enemy forces are still contained in the rest of the city. Essentially, they don't seem to be leaving the city, as far as they know. Neither are they really trying to push into High Circle either. Although there are constant skirmishes around the around High Circle, mostly along the Moonlight districts.
Are there
section.
choke points along these lines? Or is it
Yeah,
constant streets to streets?
Essentially there is a a second layer of battlements around High Circle. Although these are very old battlements, and since have become one with the buildings, essentially the buildings have been built against the battlements. So there are several gates that lead. There are 2 gates leading into Moonlight, 2 into Coppershade, and 2 into Hillock. Underworld district has been very well kept due to it having only 3 ways into it, aside from a tunnel going down through the through the ceiling of the cavern from High Circle.
Are these stairs?
No.
Okay.
Underwall is essentially underneath High Circle.
Okay.
I would mention the 24 soldiers we have the board and ask if he wants to immediately redeploy them or potentially redeploy them with the airship if there's any pressing areas.
Well, you have armaments on your airship?
Ballista, severals.
Yeah.
Only have 72 shots, though I have a suspicion that our other wizard in the group is potentially able to create more ammunition for them should the need arise. I cannot guarantee that, though.
Well, so far we haven't seen any enemies that require use of ballista necessarily, although it would be very handy, so keep those ballistas definitely manned as well as we can. Anyone who you can spare, I could use. Reinforce the underwall section.
Let's see how many we need to man the ballista. It was 1 man per ballista, wasn't it? Ballista.
Wasn't it 1 to aim and 1 to fire?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 men per ballista.
Yeah, if you want to operate as efficiently as possible, then I think you need 3. But just 1 will be able to operate it. It just takes longer.
And we have 6 ballista. Shall we say
Let's say 12 or 18.
12 men to do man the mad ballista, because there's one thing is putting too many eggs in one basket.
Okay.
So send the other 12 out to wherever he wants to put them.
Okay.
On the wall, I believe.
Sure. So a neat halving of the group.
Yep.
Yep.
And I would update Kualana or the group that isn't here telepathically as we go.
Sure.
Being Shampa and Kualana currently.
Yeah, just wanted to know whether you're sharing anything.
Yeah, filling in all 3 actually, because you're kind
I'm kind of in a
of.
different
Then is kind of
area.
busy. Yeah, you're doing your thing, but you probably want to listen in.
Yep.
So regarding the disease itself, Sister Brasinia is quick to let you know that there haven't been any recent cases anymore. The Moonlight District was sealed as soon as the disease was identified, and was kept sealed throughout until the skies became dark and you see the auroras above. Those start appearing shortly thereafter. Our the more knowledgeable amongst the Circle of Life claimed that it might be tied to the magical effect, or they have not returned from running a scouting mission of the Moonlight District. They went in to discover what the source is, but they have not been heard from.
And there are no hypotheses what the cause is.
No, the only link they did hypothesize was the magical effect. It seemed like there was no essentially curable disease, although we tried with several patients. They simply expired after a long period of time, as if life itself left them or was drawn out of them.
Would you consider that it might be a necromantic form of draining?
It is possible.
Simply appeared as a disease?
It is very possible.
Was magic detected in the victims?
Yes, but all of the races were also inherently magical, to some extent. Dwarves and elves, they all carry some spark of magic.
Do not all.
What do you say?
Do not all humans as well?
To some extent, but there were no humans affected.
Which is very odd.
Indeed.
I would kind of stress out that we need a location where they went in order to investigate it in your head, Kothar.
Yeah. For now, Kothar is just asking the general, and once we need to.
Yeah,
focus on
I'm just playing Kulena.
it. As for the invaders, they've been said to be shadow-like beings within armor.
Yeah, Eloy turns to one of the other guards and sends him off for a second. He is quick to return with this horned helmet that appears to be made out of bronze or copper. Eloig says, yes, there is no sign of bodies inside the armors.
Do they feel solid when struck?
As solid as the armor.
Do they leave behind only the armor or residue?
There is this scorching residue that is left behind, almost like embering ash.
Has banishment spells been attempted upon them?
Well, we don't have many who know that kind of spells. Yes, and as far as I could tell, they were effective, although they were quick to seize the moment and get rid of those spellcasters. They were resistant to plenty of damage we could dish out, though.
What were their resistances and weaknesses?
Well, we haven't been able to confirm anything, but just ordinary weapons. They seem to be. They don't seem to be very well affected by it. They definitely don't like light.
Fire?
Um,
Fire arrows?
no,
Fire bombs?
nothing obvious. No, there was an instance where one of them just walked through flames as if it was nothing, but I'm not sure if that's resistance or something else.
Who knows? My hypothesis is this is probably a summoned army of shadow beings. It wouldn't be too hard to outfit and would probably relish in the idea of wreaking a bit of havoc here.
Yeah, and there were old burial sites where they started coming from. And Sister Brasinia pipes up and says, yes, the origin point for the disease was very close by to a set of catacombs beneath Moonlight District. I believe it was once a part of an older city that was built upon. That is where the elders of my order also left for.
The remains of the dead there had been consecrated, or were they simply buried?
As far as we know, they have been consecrated. They were buried a long time ago, and the catacombs haven't been used for storing new bodies since several hundred years ago.
I'm leaning more in the direction of a necromancer defiling something there. But for now, that would still be a hypothesis. Now there's the matter of a certain object that we are also here looking for.
Quilena will actually ask you what the effect of light was on them, whether they ran away or just were disliking it. I mean, Kothar, that's for
Yeah,
you.
I'll forward it before I pose my other question.
Sure. They seem to shy away from bright light, especially the sunlight that was reflecting off the ocean. The city itself is now shrouded completely from sunlight, but the beaches are still washed with sunlight occasionally, and they really don't like that.
What attempts have been made to dispel the effect above?
Not much. The Circle of Life is clerics, priests, priestesses, not wizards.
Such a effect would have to be centered on a point, wouldn't it? I would look to Crambo.
Crambo nods and says, well, without examining it further, there is no point of origin that I could see from outside, although there must be some source for the effect.
Something maintaining it, most likely.
How about fire? How did that affect them? I mean, the light of fire.
We got that answered. One of them had even walked straight through it, but it seemed to affect him normally.
No, I mean the effect of the light of fire.
The light of fire. No real shyness about it.
into natural light.
Natural daylight, most likely.
Yeah, that's my guess too then.
Or sunlight. Well, now for the object in question. You had a certain coronet on display in the Moonlight District.
Both Eloy and Brasini turn to look at one another. So, like, start conversing quietly. Then turn to him. No. There was a coronet? Like what? I don't remember anyone or any of the temples or anything else in the Moonlight District having one.
What was it that was it Crambo or Heron told us about it? Someone told us that they had it here on display.
It was in a museum of some sort.
Belongs in a museum. Yeah, I think Harren followed you in. So yeah, he says, yeah, the coronet was supposed to be on display at least.
We've seen it in depictions a lot, haven't we? Every time we've encountered the trio of it and such. I'd like to use minor illusion to kind of make a rough estimate of it. Would look something like this.
Sure.
Want to roll for how accurate it is?
Yeah.
Because
You
I
can
don't
make
have the other one here.
You can make a history check for that. Okay.
It's about the A big.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Amazing.
Okay. Eloy for sure just shakes his head, says, "Oh no, haven't seen anything like that." And Brasinia, on the other hand, like leans closer and studies the image you've made, but then pulls back as well and shakes her head. No. Perhaps there was some sort of display going on, but I didn't pay any attention.
We have a theory that this entire trouble is linked to a certain force recently released in the region that might be trying to acquire that item, which is why the city in itself has come under attack.
What kind of force?
I've forgotten the name of Mr. Moore.
Troglodyte.
More drain.
Mordrain, yes. But I'm not sure that would ring a bell in their names. Anyways, Mordrain, former warlord of the region.
Could I try with Arcana to try and recognize what is causing the clouds?
Sure.
Okay, that's horrible roll for a +9.
Yeah. Let's see. What would you have? Make a
Red
history check
holiday.
as well. Oh, that's it.
So
Okay.
historically, I remember it. Arcana.
History is written by the victor, after all.
Of course, you'd remember there's something made involving books.
So,
It's only books. I mean, Colena is only about books. So.
so the effect itself, you're not quite sure what exactly it is. You do notice that there is a slight swelling pattern somewhere above the Moonlight District that seems to be like a focal point. From your knowledge of books and histories, as well as like knowledge of uh, essentially other planes, you have heard of these rivers of souls, essentially looking a lot like auroras
And
when
also
manifested.
faces.
Yeah, especially with the guard telling you that he saw a face or several faces in the sky.
Above what exactly does it seem to be above the city if I look from where I am?
What you can see, it is concentrated on
I mean, what I consider the focal point. What would I see below it, kind of?
there looks like an old temple of some kind that's been like surrounded with a cluster of small houses.
Could you just like point it on the map just for a moment, just so I can kind of get the idea of
Would be
approximately where it is?
this area.
Okay.
Oh, it's already marked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making sure of something. All right. I will just telepathically say, if you wish, I can explore before we get into it and get some information from the field.
We'll formulate the plan about that later. First, we need more information before we start scouting.
Well, scouting never hurt anyone.
Yes, but scouting on random is not very fruitful.
I
It
have
helps
already
if you know what to
one.
look for.
I already know one place that I want to check.
Yes, as do I. The exact same place. And also a secondary place
Curious.
in the form of where the expedition would have went. More researchers at our side is definitely useful. Unless they've been turned to undead trolls already.
So,
In which case they should probably be put down.
I don't know about that. Maybe we like undead.
So Sister Brasinia would have pointed out on the map to you as well, Kothar, that the elder members of the Circle of Life would have headed in the Moonlight District towards the origin point of the disease.
And where's the catacombs in proximity?
Back
to
one
that?
minute.
Towards the origin point of the disease.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Strange.
An
Strange
old
that.
temple, catacombs.
Now you just need a butcher in the second floor catacombs.
And where's
Stay a
King
while
Leoric?
and listen.
I'm sure King Leoric is there somewhere.
And dig deep enough and you'll find a king somewhere.
The warmth of life has entered my tomb. So, I would, what manner of protections do you, the priestly order, offer to the combatants outside?
We offer healing and blessings as much as we can spare, at least.
What of
Wait.
protections against evil? Because this is clearly an evil force.
Yes, and that is what has kept many of them alive so far. Or this is slowly members of our order are dwindling just the same, as well as the guards.
Hmm.
You arrived at a very fortunate time indeed.
What of the royal family?
The royal family
Hmm?
of Mintar. The
Yes.
the royal family. Well, they were assassinated only few days before the whole madness of the invasion started.
The entirety of them? All heirs?
Yes, it was a bloodbath, and none of the guards heard or saw anything that night. It was a mystery unsolved, and now who knows?
I'll
The whole city
telepathically
has
tell.
the whole city has become a mess.
I'll telepathically tell Shump. Seems like there's an opening for new royalties here.
I like it.
You are extremely silent, Torm.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely silent. Holy shit.
No?
It's very silent
No?
still. I can hear you, but you're down to like 20% volume.
Hello?
Oh,
There you go.
that's better.
Okay, sorry. What happened to my microphone? The Skype decided to lower me to a minimum,
Ah,
which was nice of it.
Yeah.
So I would suggest you reinstate, or rather instate, Champ as leader. I mean, they might need leadership at this time. And I will share that thought with Champ. I mean, when I say it to Kothar, I will also share it with Champ.
I would ask the group anyways.
What?
Yeah, go on. Step.
I didn't hear what you said.
No, seriously, I didn't hear what you said.
Quelana suggested that you should reinstate and take over.
I will do my best. It is in my nature to be great. Great.
He makes the echo in her head, so I'm like, for fuck's sake.
So, while we have brought these combatants and we have received a lot of your refugees, do you wish to use the airship as a escape vessel, or perhaps try to garner more militants from other locations?
well, we'd like to
Yeah.
get the city back if we can.
We aren't a big vessel enough to carry all of them. I would like to remind you, Kothar.
Hmm. But a battalion will still make a big difference.
And
Even 24 men is a big difference.
I'm just saying that we cannot carry all of them around the city.
No, we're not carrying them all around the city.
Cra-
The escape
Cram-
means was to...
Crambo chuckles quietly behind you, Kothar, and then leans closer and says, "There is one clear way to proceed.
Oh, I had
That
fully
is
intended.
That is to travel to the source, cut off the head of the snake, and hope it doesn't become a hydra."
As I had fully intended to do, which is why I see that we will not have a need for the airship during that time. Regardless if we succeed or lose in that area, they can still make good use of the airship while we're doing that.
Yes, and I shall stay behind as well. Make sure
Yes,
that
if you,
the defenses here hold in case there is a surge of fighting once you deliver a blow to whoever is causing this.
So you don't wish to venture into the catacombs with us?
I have a very unfortunate history with catacombs. They are so cramped.
Well, most of them aren't constructed to accommodate someone of your girth.
Romer shakes his head and steps back.
As for you, Heron, what do you suggest?
Um,
Do you know of allies nearby?
Allies. Not of allies. Aside from the guards, I suppose all of the soldiery types have already been conscripted in Mintar. The neighboring cities might come to help, but if they haven't already, then it's unlikely that they will.
Mercenaries?
Mercenaries. The closest ones I can think of would be towards. Oh Jesus. What is the Tether and John Doth? However, they are far away. They would not get here in time.
Does the city have a teleportation circle?
Yes, there is an old, Sister Brasinia would say there is an old teleportation circle at the top of the tower. The wizard's old keepsake. We haven't been able to scrub it off the floor, so it remains intact.
That would be a very convenient means of injecting any troops that you find in a city large enough to have a similar circle. Would mean for instant reinforcements.
If the circle is still complete, if they didn't ruin it.
It would require a wizard to check it.
I don't have that spell.
I do. And I was really considering that it wouldn't be useful at all this campaign. And here's suddenly a potential opportunity. But as we would only need a means of transportation to the point of origin, I would leave the. I would say that the airship could, for now, be put in the hands of the governing band in Mintar to do with as they seem fit. Any objections to that?
To what? Sorry? Again?
Basically letting them have free run of the airship while we are in the tombs.
Hand over
I'm not
keys.
going into the tombs now. Until I haven't scouted that, I'm not going in there.
When that point comes.
When that point comes, then we can speak. I cannot decide before I know what's in there.
I think democracy decides.
Not with wizards.
Yes, he says to the other wizard. Any
Our
other
backgrounds are very
concerns
different.
from the other groups?
Yes. How did it begin exactly?
People started dying?
Yes, but I mean, something had to show before that. Something had to happen before that. People don't just start dying. Someone needs to be complaining about being sick before they die. If it was a disease.
Yeah. As soon as the early signs of the disease were noticed, quarantine was placed on the Moonrush district.
Did any of the corpses of the dead rise after death?
Nope.
So, while it might be necromantic in nature, it might not be a necromancer. Necromancer would have revived the corpses if he could.
Because of the tomb catacombs, I don't think he
Needed?
they had been consecrated, so it's easier to pull shadows.
Okay.
Besides, the man we're fighting is also a shadow.
I will now actually share with the group regarding the River of Souls that is streaming from above the city.
yet another point to the very same location that everything's pointing at.
Yes, though I'm kind of concerned about this thing being opened. Even if we beat whoever is down there, those catacombs, it won't close on itself.
No, but at least then we'll have the option to find someone that can. It's hard finding them first and then bringing them through the fighting to the source.
But as you heard, once you close this, the shadows will not have free reign on the city. They hate the daylight.
So you're going to look around and ask for someone that can shut down something that you don't know what it is yet in a dangerous place that we don't know if we can secure it.
So are you suggesting we go in to die and then discover that we can't close it?
Kill it. This sounds like the perfect job for some sort of an adventuring party.
Yes.
I'm praying
If-
to Kulena.
If only there was one to be hired nearby.
Yes. We haven't discussed the terms yet, but
terms of payment.
The thing is-
terms of service.
someone has to go in there and figure out what it is before you can figure out how to shut it down. And in order to do so, you don't know which kind of person you need to bring in to the trouble.
I volunteer as tribute.
So it's better to go in and clean it up first, figure out what you're
secure
doing,
the area.
and then call in the specific professional that you decide that you need afterwards. Unless you know a generic specialist that can close any kind of thing.
I'm kind of sure that dispel magic on the source would remove it.
Not necessarily. What if it's a curse?
Does it look like a curse?
What if it's undispellable?
Never heard of such a spell.
What if it requires a priest to cleanse defiled holy artifacts?
You could
No,
just
you should ask Reherthan about that.
you could just end up dispelling the containment field.
All I'm
Which is
saying
lovely.
is,
Almost as if there was another point in time where that might have just been the case. But
exactly why I'm saying that I would much rather know which specialist we need in there than to just bring a bunch of them with us.
I like the idea of a bunch of them.
You
So
can stay on the
also-
ship if you want.
Us for
Just-
our
No, actually, I
specific-
was suggesting to scout first and then enter.
Yeah, I never said I was going to dive right into it.
Just get the guy from pawnbrokers. He seems to have a friend for everything.
Yeah, but the best he can do is $5.
Yeah.
I think that I have done with my questions. When you will be back, we will discuss a plan.
I fully intend to first find the researchers if possible, and if not too much time passes, then scout the tomb and then assault the tomb. That is my idea so far. Any other thoughts? For any
You don't
other-
know where they are. You're going to just roam about the city.
They were a-
Actually, we're told pretty closely where they are.
Yeah, so Sister Brasinia would inform you of the route that the other clerks took. They
or planned to
try-
take.
they essentially tried to take the sewers over into Moonlight District to circumvent the enemy forces along the High Circle battlement border. So they would have appeared several blocks away from the site itself.
On the
How
southern
high is
opening
this
of the
tower?
The tower? It's let's see. It's 8 floors up.
I'm just pondering the possibility of, because I saw the ballistas can be dismounted
Yeah.
from the ship. It'd be nice to just mount them on the tower, have a nice bit of extra protection and force there, and then you can use the airship to ferry refugees and bring in troops. We don't know if this is going to take hours, days, or weeks, months. Food is an issue, relief efforts.
To be honest, if it's going to take months, we will need the airship in order to get food.
Exactly. No, we have our own personal food record, so that's okay.
Yes, we are the majority here.
You're the ones who count.
Well, I mean, Verhoeven can create food and water. He's got lovemaking and food making as his professions.
And Champ has maybe a future mouth feed.
I've
Anyways.
got weapons. I will use my weapon.
You will kill Isidore?
No. Only for any potential abortions. Abortion.
Speaking of things we want to abort, do you want to abort the mission?
I say let's go.
I have a bit of an issue, I think, with combating these enemies. I would be speaking to a certain Eloig and Brasilia. While I am in possession of magic, I am not in possession of a magically enchanted weapon, so my weapon would be useless against them. The others of the group already possess such weapons, but I myself do not.
Okay.
And while I certainly command a fair bit of magic, that this is not set up for this kind of battle, as it is mostly personal melee range protections, of which is very good if you have a weapon that actually functions on the enemy. You don't have to have a magic weapon laying around, do you? Preferably a short sword?
So needy.
So needy, but I should probably be able to hit the enemy. Fuck you, Sean, for having your copious.
Let's
Even
see.
Quilano's got a freaking magic weapon.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've got one, but I'll probably
That-
end up using the glaive with some divine, some smite on it or something.
This is what happens when you fail your Moonblade rights.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's okay, I don't need the Moonblade to become a Bale Norn anyways.
So yeah. After a moment's conference, Eloy turns to you and just shakes his head. No, we don't. We could really use magic weapons ourselves, but we haven't been able to procure any. Not that I know of, anyway.
That leaves me quite impotent. Feeling Champ has some experience with, I think.
You should ask Quilena. She was there.
Oliora. Liara? One knows. I'm just mocking Sep for fucking up a name.
I look pleadingly to Heron and Crumbo as well, if they know of any ideas for that. Heron's already furnished us with some magic. I'd rather trade in an option there.
Both Heron and Crambo shake their heads. No. Fortunately, don't know anything of use.
I will say in the mind, I would say harp.
If you will allow me to try smacking you with it to see if it functions as a weapon, I'll consider it.
I will just a giggle.
I say I have the axe telepathically.
What
Don't
axe?
you need it?
Boomerangs. No, I can do divine. Can add stuff to my weapon.
Hmm.
So you have a means there.
I have a means there, yes.
I have a means for 1 minute, but that's it.
Don't you have cantrips?
I have cantrips.
I also believe that that would work.
You cry, baby.
Yep. I can just cry and then.
I'm not sure it does that. Actually work?
Would that work?
If you smear a weapon, then the weapon deals half of its damage as whatever type any creature that it hits has vulnerability for. Yeah, I guess it works.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make the weapon magical per se, it makes the weapon deal a magical effect. But that still counts. But then the question is there a point in me using that axe? Let's see, weapon sheet. Well, this is certainly an issue. Hand axe. It's a light weapon. So that just means it fits in one hand, it's a thrown. So that means it's a strength-based weapon. I have a minus modifier to strength weapons. Screw it, I'll make do. Isn't that what we do? We make do.
I have some more
Certainly hope
liquor.
so.
We'll make do. He'll pull out his family blade. It's the typical you give to the apprentice. You can probably wonder why it's got 4 distinct holes in the top edge of it, but other than that, it looks like a elven style short sword with a panther theme to it. Just you and me, old buddy. Shall we go scout then?
Are you back at the ship or are you still in there?
You're in my mind, James.
I would still like to discuss a plan before you go scout emptily.
I know exactly where to scout.
You can do that telepathically while we are scouting.
I'm sure Elig and the others have matters they want to get back to and tend to. Arrange defenses and send the 12 fresh recruits or guards out to their certain defense.
So if you could just pass around here, I could renew the spell so we can communicate.
We should probably head back to the ship anyways and convene to decide on our approach. Because it's either by air or by sea.
Yep.
I'll nod to everyone convened and to Heron and Crambo. Just I'm sure you can better organize what to do rather than me dictating useless things. Unless you want to go Scorch as a clear path to the area.
Crumble shakes his head and says, where would the fun be in that?
Yes,
you're-
I know.
If you require a straight path over land, then of course, but I have a feeling it would only attract far more attention than you are seeking.
Well, I mean, we're not really the ones getting the attention, I suppose. But I see your point. Best of luck.
Same to you.
Well then, back to the ship.
Hmm.
I'm
As soon as
guessing,
you- As soon as you get back, I will start casting, ritual casting Rare's telepathic bond.
Okay.
Then, does it cost you spell slots to create that water and food?
1.
Do you intend to use all of it to give them as much food as you can?
Level 3 spell slot, I'll keep 1 just in case. So just 1 should do them just now.
So they have decent food for about, what, 80 people?
And it's 15 for.
Yeah, so
And if they ration
45
it,
there. 45 there, and then the
30
20 from
cows.
the ship. So if they ration it slightly, 80 people.
I'm back.
Ration.
And
Yeah, I'll cast it again. Just to give them enough for. They shouldn't need.
so around 100 people then?
Yeah. But I'm sure they can make
Okay.
it go the full 120.
Yeah. And they can decide how to deal with all the supplies they suddenly got. But I'm sure they'll be very happy for it.
Yeah.
I mean, my supplies
You could
only
say
last
that.
24 hours, so they've got to eat it.
Question is there anything else? Oh, do you have a source of water? Clean water?
It creates food and water.
Yes, the defenders have several wells, especially in the underwall section. Any other things you wish to figure out?
A lot of things, but it has nothing to do with the mission.
No, that's all I can think about that would help the battlers for now, because I haven't picked any large force spells.
I will hand them one of the tiny bones with light spell on them. And say, just if you need it.
Yay. So,
The
Council of Adventurers begins.
Hmm.
I think me and Torm's ideas on the topic is pretty clear.
Yep.
Do you other guys have any other ideas or suggestions before we die?
Find the researchers, if possible.
You want to put focus on the researchers? wanna
Probably
do that
deal
too.
with the catacombs.
You would imagine that
Those two would kind of coincide, considering where the researchers were heading.
yeah. So sewers,
That would
scout
be
the
sewers.
sewers, try to locate them.
Follow the path they took.
Yes.
Hmm. How large is are the roots in the sewers?
Brasinia would have told you, Kothar, about a essentially a straight shot path marked by the city's thieves guild.
The irony.
Yeah, the thieves guild was kind enough to tell the Circle of Life and the guards about the path.
Before they died.
Around halfway through the invasion, and just before they just like mysteriously scurried away like rats.
Typical Thieves Guild.
Strange that.
This weird past that just kind of made them disappear somewhere. But yeah, there are clear markings that you may find. And Brasinia would have let you know which ones in particular will lead you to Moonlight District.
And how long would they estimate it would take to walk there? Or walk through that system? Assuming unhindered.
Assuming unhindered, probably an hour or two, depending on how many twists and turns there are.
Polana has informed us of the spell she has chosen, right?
I just said that I have a spell that can allow me to scout.
Yeah, well, I'm more thinking, do I know that you can possibly make a full scouting trip there in an hour?
If you will ask her, probably she will tell you.
Well, I would.
So she will
He
share.
has his invisibility, which is one thing, so...
I could, but I would suggest we get a bit closer so I can search for more than that.
Well, the sewers begin at one point and move to another, but there's tons of opening everywhere. We have no means of knowing at what stage they might have been stopped, if any. So we have to start from the beginning and search to the end.
All right, I can help you with that.
So I don't know what form your scouting will take, but as I said, I have invisibility available for it.
I'm not sure you can cast invisibility on an illusion, can you?
Good question.
Theo? I need a ruling
What's
here. Can you cast invisibility on a illusion?
On an illusion, no.
That's what I thought. So we cannot hide it, but why do we need to hide?
Because any and all interruption to it means that you waste precious time where you could be simply running through the place, getting the information you need.
I can run through it anyways. I don't think anyone will find anything interesting in a person just crossing over.
These are sewers in a battlement city. I am expecting much less sentient things to be interested in nibbling at you.
No one will nibble at me. I would remain perfectly safe.
Let me guess, this has something to do with illusions.
Fair guess.
It's Quilana, of course it does.
I will be safe as it progresses. I will keep you updated using my mind link.
Hopefully. Very well. How much time do you need?
Just for protection, I will put a hut above me, so nothing will interrupt. And once I'm done, you will see me come out from the hut.
Within minutes?
It will take me 10 minutes to cast the hut, so...
Yes, but the entire scouting, when can we expect you to be considered done?
Oh, you will see me leave.
So any time between now and any time, ever?
If you want me to start, then you will need to let me do the preparations.
You can't give us a rough estimate? A day?
I don't know. It depends on how far is this, how intersecting is this sewers you're talking about.
About an hour straight line, so you can estimate about 2 hours if you're going to get a bit more thorough.
I think I can do it in an hour if I go back there and back.
Okay, so we'll come knocking in 2 hours then if you haven't popped out by then.
Good luck to all of us.
Question then is, what shall we do for an hour?
I will first of all start ritual casting the hut.
Mm-hmm.
And after I'm done, I will make it so it's completely sealed from view, the inner part of it, It will be the color of the wooden boards below me.
Okay.
Then I will cast Mislead.
Quilana, the ritualist.
I cannot use Mislead in ritual. There's no ritual for Mislead.
No, but everything else is the ritualist.
So I will cast Mislead, and as I finish the spell, you will see, well, the illusion, but you don't know that, come out from the... I will keep focus on the... I mean, I will just use my action primarily to keep focus on the illusion going. And I will say, wish me luck, and just to jump off the ship.
Oh, good. Perfect.
And I will go seek the... where they guided me to go to the sewers.
Knowing she had Featherfall, there's no reason for the rest of us to be concerned.
Exactly.
Well, actually,
Obviously.
you will just see me fall. No further fall.
Superhero landing. Without any damage.
Doesn't even
So-
bend the knee when it hits the ground. Just
No, not even bending in the knee. I will just keep.
For the rest of us, want to go down and mingle a bit with the frontliners and see what kind of enemies we're facing. Get a bit experience dealing with them.
would be interesting to see what we're dealing with.
Leaving the 12 men manning the ship.
Yeah.
I need to confirm if my weapon truly is useless, so
Let's check it out.
there's no
mean-
need to be protecting her. She's sitting there doing her thing in her safe place.
Okay, that's not very helpful. I was gonna say I could probably put Tears of Evergold on your weapon. It only lasts a minute.
I have a similar spell, so this I'll make use of my own spell for now and confirm its effectiveness against them.
Okay, let's see.
So I'd ask Elrig to direct us to where there's a potential skirmish, so we can get some first-hand experience with these enemies, and also to, while we're doing it, try to study them a bit, their tactics, their sentience, etc.
Okay.
Here's a question for you, Tio. Since I'm still connected with where he's bound, can I communicate with them?
Yeah. Don't see why not.
All right, so I will. Let me know when you want me to tell you what I do.
Okay. So you're heading down into the sewers to
Mhm.
find this route. And scout ahead.
Yep.
Um,
I move twice the regular speed I am.
I'm guessing you'll be dashing most
Sure.
of the time.
Yes. I can dash all the way because
So 120 feet.
yes, 120 feet per round.
Actually, no, you move at 35 base, don't you?
For some reason, my character sheet said 30.
Yeah,
no,
no,
it's, I did a mistake, or
elves.
No, I'm a high elf, so
Yeah, I think it's forest elves that have the
yeah,
increased
wood
movement
elves.
speed.
yeah. So why don't you make 3 survival checks?
Who? Me?
Yes.
For my illusion?
Tracking.
Ah, okay.
I mean, you gotta bend pretty close to that coop to figure out if someone steps in it. or
Survival. That will be very hard.
Yeah, I kind of guessed.
Decent rolls compared to what I have. I have a +0.
Oh, a 7.
Yes, but I mean, I'm above average.
Let's see. Okay, so you have no issues finding your way along the sewers. Definitely, the markings were explained to you, and they are fairly clear all the way.
Okay.
The let's see. You find several human remains along the way. None of them look very new, however. Also, they appear to have shoes that have been carved from stone,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh.
they are like fairly deep in sections where the sewage water like gathers in a deeper section, and the bodies have been like tossed in there.
Took me a moment to get that one.
Okay. Sounds like the Thieves Guild have been busy.
Yep.
I will keep dashing on.
Sure.
100 feet, 120 feet per round.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jimmy's sleeping with the fishes tonight. Snitches get stitches.
Or drowned, apparently.
But while the others are finding enemies to fight, you get to a section that becomes a little more maze-like. It narrows down from these larger sewage pipes into this like older sewer system that branches off, and you see several large, almost like maggot or like centipede kind of creatures crawling around.
How large are they?
They are large creatures, so they are bigger than you.
Carrion
Yeah.
crawler size?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I will whistle as I go past them. Just do I see which way I need to go, or is it still unclear? Is it unclear now?
From here, it kind of muddles, but you can see like a couple of ladders leading up. So, and no like clear way to continue other than up. So this should probably be the way to rise up to Moonlight District.
I will go up and check what I see.
Sure.
And you will see my illusion kind of popping up, looking around.
Like a meerkat.
Yeah. You emerge basically in a in almost like a slum, where there are like very closely placed buildings all around you. You can hear the banging of someone hammering at doors, several doors at the same time. You hear very faint screaming, basically all around you.
I will.
There are
I would try-
sounds of battle, essentially.
I will look where the funnel comes from the sky, and try to locate myself through that. Just look
Yeah.
at the sky and try to locate where I am compared to it.
Sure. You are basically 3 or 4 blocks away.
I will walk the blocks, and in this time I will actually walk slower to inspect further what is around me.
Okay.
I mean, what is happening here, whether in the air, on the floor, whatever I can see to kind of get the idea of what is going on here.
Sure. You walk out of this little
And if I
alley
can see anyone,
towards-
by the way, I want to know. Because if
Yeah,
I can see anyone.
As soon as you walk out of this little alley where the open manhole is, or the manhole leading down the sewers is, you can see that there are these soldiers dressed in bronze armor, both to your left and right. They are trying to kick down doors. Further away.
I will go behind one and just kind of whistle at him and ask, "Yo."
Okay. The soldier turns straight away to face you, and
I will wave at him and say, "What's up?"
and rushes towards you with blade drawn.
I will kind of do this look at him and then just walk aside as the advance is just not even trying to attack him back, just moving aside as he rushes towards me, and then start walking onwards as I get the idea that he's not friendly.
Okay. Well, the soldiers from all around start to gather, essentially around to block your illusory self from striding along freely.
I will use an acrobatics to try and jump above them. Actually,
Sure.
I can walk through them, can't I? Illusory self?
Doesn't
What
have
do
any
these-
substance. It just means that the one she walks through disbelieves the illusion immediately.
Actually, I'm not sure what happens. It doesn't actually specify what happens in this case, so it's open to your interpretation.
Okay.
But I can use I would like to reuse acrobatics actually to kind of, if I can, to actually get them to actually believe that it's a real thing.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Sure.
acrobatics. That would be horrible. Good luck. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's really good.
The illusionist
Okay.
has better acrobatics than
So-
you.
So while the soldiers are whacking in your direction with their swords, you like jump overhead and rush past them for the
I will dash
couple
from
of
there.
blocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple of blocks remaining.
No, I would like not to run straight for where I'm going. I would like to run like a street aside, like kind of confusing them towards
Okay.
that side. And I
Alright.
would like to run until I can kind of see behind me that they're lagging behind enough so I can kind of lose them.
Sure. They are keeping up pretty well, but you're able
120
to.
feet.
You're well, pretty well.
Ah, okay.
But you do eventually manage to break the line of sight from them.
I will quickly then just go towards the other side, not towards the side that I want to go, and kind of hide there and wait for them to kind of pass me.
Okay. As
I
the
will
sword,
find like a place to kind of put my illusory self to park for now.
sure.
Can't you alter your illusory self with the illusionist skill?
I'm not sure I can because of the nature of this spell. It's illusory double of myself.
Yeah, once it's created. Doesn't say anything that it has to stay that way.
I don't know actually, Theo.
But I'm
Because
more
it's a kind
concerned
of-
with. Let's see if you can adjust it. Malleable illusion. Yeah.
Anything beyond 1 minute. But
Yeah.
I,
No,
I
yeah,
actually
see it. Well, technically you see it because you are it, I guess.
I will let Theo decide regarding that.
No,
That's a
you
problem.
no, you can't change.
So I will just
this illusion.
hide as best as I can as an illusion. Probably
Sure.
walking through a wall and just standing behind the wall, and then just like times just looking beyond the wall and then
Just through the wall. You're just standing in a wall. You can walk right through it.
Find a wall with wanted posters and just place like half your head through.
Anyways, I will wait until
Okay.
they pass.
Sure. So you wait until they pass. Actually, they start like some of them break off and start like searching around, while others rush ahead and split off again to search.
How much time do I think that I still have with my spell?
Very little.
Okay.
It's like just about to go.
Okay, I will just kind of dash towards the location.
Sure.
And I won't like go into the location, just dash past it. And as I dash, I would like to just check out the region, how well it's guarded,
Okay.
and
So
what guards are there. I mean, what kind of guarding is there?
sure. You dash as quickly as you can towards the location. You see a man clad in black robes, holding some sort of a large sphere that appears to have this like shimmering funnel focused on it that then leads up towards the skies, but dissipates eventually.
How does he look, this guy?
He is a very frail-looking, very thin, almost like a scholarly type with a scraggly brown beard.
So the kind I know well.
On his head is a coronet, and he descends into a hole in the ground. There appears to be a pathway underground, and he is like walking down this rubble walkway down into it. There are soldiers around of these bronze figures. You can see in the distance a group of blue cloaks, the city guard, being forced back into what looks like a tavern building. And you hear a door slam, and then the clatter of something being shoved in front of the door from inside.
Did the Black Robe see the illusion?
No.
I would like to just memorize where I've been, kind of try and when I will come back here, I will kind of know where it is.
Yeah.
And
you get a fairly good sight of everything around.
Yeah, and do I see any flying shades or anything? I mean, anything that they kind of said that there exists?
Nope.
Nothing. Interesting. Okay.
Just the soldiers?
I'm guessing I dissipate now?
Yep.
So, in order for not to break the illusion for the other guys who think that I actually went there in some form, I do a minor illusion of a mini-self getting into the ship. Just you can see the head at first, and then just and then just walking into the hut before I actually get up and show myself from the hut.
Sure. Meanwhile, the rest of you, you arrive at a small, essentially an old little tower built into the old battlements. Ahead of you is like this small, shallow, no longer used little canal leading out towards the copper, whatever it was, Copper Shade district. And you see this bridge spanning over, and on top of that you see a group of 4 of these bronze-clad soldiers. They appear to be essentially guarding the passage into further into the city.
Are there any guards on the other side of the bridge, just counter-guarding, kind of?
No. The city guards are behind the tower, behind the battlements, essentially.
I would turn to Niniak and ask, if I give you invisibility and you hover nearby in safety, could you study these foes and purely focus on looking at what they do and how they act, and give me all the feedback you can imagine afterwards?
Niniak nods and then takes to air instantly.
Yeah. I'm just gonna double check that because I can split up the invisibility. Let's see, invisibility. No, it's just for him. That's a different spell I was thinking of. So I'll cast invisibility on Maniac.
Sure.
Which is a 2nd level. And then I'll look to Shump and Werthen, ready to enter the fray. These guards look like they're about to have something to report.
Yes.
Sounds
Good.
like
You go
fun.
first.
Okay, great. Then roll initiative. Hold on. Before you roll initiative, I need to move you to the map
Count
that I
20.
just made. Quickly.
And I need to
It's
move
lovely
the
count. There you
initiative
go.
roll.
That'll be just like that.
Okay. Let's see. Oh.
That should work.
Whoa, they have a chimney.
Oh!
Yep.
To battle!
Let's find the right thing. My initiative, which is +0.
Amazing.
I attempted to roll initiative without selecting a token.
How dare you?
I know, right?
The token is so disappointed
Chris.
by you.
Check your Snapchat.
You have a Snapchat?
Got it. It was one of the typical.
What did we say about the humping?
I have a message from Google Maps. You have been located. Run.
That's lovely.
Probably what it says.
Look at that Sepola.
That is awesome.
He's missing an eyebrow.
That should be more than enough time for people to plug me while I am online on the phone.
No, don't mind if I plug you. Oh, Shay!
Oh god, what did you do?
Again!
Something horrible.
Again, and again, and again.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Fuck you, I've eaten like 3 of these croissants now, so I have enough chocolate in me. So fuck you and your muffin.
We're talking
Wow,
about
so
D&D stuff,
hostile.
of course.
Yes,
It's all D&D
Hostile.
stuff.
yes.
Yeah, of course. Shoot. To
I
add
heard that
her
so
manually.
much, people.
Yeah. She's very happy about herself.
Of course she's happy. She's got a cup muffin.
What is count 20?
You ask that every time.
I love to ask that.
20!
One.
Okay, good. Kotar, you're up.
I am 80 feet. Can I sprint that?
Go to the actual thing I need
I
to be
can
on.
actually. I can dash that. I can dash more than that.
Do you want to dash?
Wait, this guy is closer, isn't he? 70. Hmm. Right, let's do it this way so it's more accurate. 65 is what it would be.
Whoa, you ran so fast.
Yes. I'm Sonic.
Go first.
God damn it, I don't have Long Strider. Well, first of all, he pulls his he pulls his Blade Singer sword and commences his blade song.
Good.
And for those of us wondering how blade singing works, I have actually figured it out finally. They hum, they use the rhythm of weapon impacts, and that's why I mentioned the holes in the sword. You have certain holes along the edge, so when you swing it, there's this eerie howling.
Whistle.
Yes, whistling.
The sword itself is an instrument.
Yes, an instrument of death.
No, actually, what
That's
they
so
love to
metal.
do is they just enjoy the sound of the whistling. That's it.
Let's see. I'll charge my 50 feet.
Oh my
Not
god.
dashing. That's regular run. Regular walk, I mean. I'm guessing there's a brick here somewhere that I can launch at them with a catapult.
Yeah.
Good. Catapult. That fucker.
Okay.
So you just see him running. Do I
Make
wanna...
a dexterity save, right?
Yeah, pretty sure it's a dex save. Do I want to cast it at a higher level? No. This is for testing to figure out what they can take, so...
Crit.
Oh, fucker! Not only dex save for half, isn't it?
Yep.
But here's the cream of the crop. It's just regular old bludgeoning damage from a brick, isn't it? So
Yep.
how does it affect it?
Okay. So
Brick to the face.
the yeah. So the soldier in front of you turns to look at you as you run up, and then sees, like, from the corner of its eye, the brick coming towards it, and it, like, leans back. The brick hits it straight in the head, but glances off the helmet, although you hear the ringing of the helmet.
Like someone hitting a gong.
Essentially, yeah.
Gone. Breakfast is served.
The creature itself appears to be fairly undamaged, however, unfazed by the attack.
When you say fairly, does it mean that he's ignoring it?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Although, at the same time, that succeeded the save as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, though we don't know that he succeeded the save.
Anything else, Koda?
One moment, because I just got something this level that I forgot to make a note of. If I could just remember where the skag is, where the thing is, and it's called...
The skag wheel.
Oh no, I was thinking of this different class, the Eldritch Knight. Never mind, I have extra attack. I don't have war magic. That's all for me then.
Okay, Shump.
Unalive
Murderize
them.
them.
No, unalive them.
Just
How
run in
am I
there.
supposed to unalive them when I'm that far away from them?
Run towards them.
Yeah, well, I can't run that fucking far, can I?
Dash.
I thought you had big legs.
I will dash. But not because you said it. Just that's what I wanted to do all along.
You could feasibly... No.
No. Was it a bonus action, or do I actually have an attack left?
You have a
It's
bonus
a-
action, but you can't actually use it to attack with the
I'll
darts.
just wait.
Dashing is an action.
Yes.
Just keep in mind that's always active.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Good. Let's see. The one here is gonna stomp straight past Shump.
I like
Shump
that.
doesn't have a reaction.
No, because he's not leaving his attack range.
He's
He's
still within
entering
5
into
feet.
it.
But oh, okay.
So the soldier pulls out this large bronze sword and tries to whack at you, Kotar, with
How
it,
rude.
holding
Go
it
on.
holding it in 2 hands.
It misses.
Ooh, that
Hey, oh,
misses. Okay, so it swings at you once. You definitely sidestep it. The second attack, it clangs against the wall next to you, and the you can see the bronze blade slightly bend.
does he look at it just like, fuck?
No, not really.
Oh,
He seems very unfazed.
These
He'll still
people are
do the job.
very. These
The
people
other
are
one,
very unfazed.
yeah, the the other one is gonna walk to Shump and miss with both. Gonna come over here.
Oh, and are any of these armed with anything but swords?
All of these are only armed with long swords. Rohedden.
Yes, I will. I'm just a bit ahead of them, so. Dash up to there. Behind Shump.
Whee!
Gotta go fast. And as I stop, I will turn to face the one facing Kothar. And that should be all I can do.
Okay.
Isn't spiritual weapon a bonus action?
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah, I think. No, well, do you have that?
I had it on my cleric, but
Yeah,
Yes,
Kita
of
also
course.
has it on her cleric, but I'm pretty sure it's a paladin and cleric thing.
could be. But it
I
depends
think
if he has
Paladins can
if he took it a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Don't remember.
it's one of the base first level ones.
1 minute.
It's an awesome spell.
First level.
It is. Because I'm pretty sure you can at least pull it out with bonus action, and you command it to attack with a bonus action.
I think though the cast is
No.
action, but afterwards it's bonus action. No.
Spiritual weapon. Nope.
Cast is a bonus.
Or spiritual weapon is a second level bonus action.
So Rohedden doesn't have it prepared,
Nope.
I'm guessing.
Spiritual weapon, second level.
There are
No, I
only
see
so
that in
many
the paladin
spells,
spells.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you want to do? Is that it?
I think that was his turn because he doesn't have any bonus actions.
Mm-hmm. Thinking so
That's
too.
it.
Unless he pulls something out of the hat.
Or was it divine smite I was thinking of?
Probably divine smite you're thinking of.
No, actually,
No.
the
It is not. Oh well.
no, it's
Huh.
the sword, the magical weapon. But
I don't have the magical weapon skill.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I have a magic weapon, but not.
No, I mean the spell.
Okay,
So close
so
up.
catapult has been attempted.
Try to hit it with a bonk with your hand.
I'm going to smack it with my blade, however. Ah, cool.
Oh, you took up Sentinel? Cool.
Yeah. But yes, first of all, let's figure out if his weapon is useless. Well,
Wackadoodle-doo.
wackadoodle.
It clashes off the armor. Without-
But it was a
causing
hit,
damage.
or was it?
Nope, not a hit. Harmless.
That's it.
That's a hit.
And he's dead. Just kidding.
You see a dent in the armor. The creature behind it looks as if it barely felt it.
When you say
Okay.
barely,
I am talking about a bear.
okay. It's bear zone. You should be careful not to leave your food in your tent.
Regular bears or, magical bears?
Uh,
Has to be asked.
Well, if it's a magical bear, I think that then you can't even store
Barrington
food
bears.
around you. They're bearing on you.
We've got the
Okay.
bear ones.
Yeah. Mind if I
Can't
use
bear
my bonus action or kind of free action to, you have the blade in hand and then you just flip it backwards to grab the tip of the blade and offer him the hilt? It's like, sure, okay, I surrender. Take it. Basically just holding out the weapon for him.
Okay,
Why?
sure. You
You'll
can
see.
do that.
That's my turn.
Jump.
Well, they're within striking distance.
Yeah, they are.
So strike.
Yeah, I'll strike this one with my bite and my frost. Oh, he's dead. Did he
Holy
die?
shit.
Did he die?
That's that's a magical attack too, so...
Ow!
I will wait for the next attack until I know the fate of the first one.
Okay. That was against the one here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your sword goes through the armor like a
Butter.
hot knife through butter, and you see the creature or the like shade-like shape inside recoil from the damage caused to it. However, it is still alive.
Diablo is here.
15.
Yep.
That is a miss.
Holy shit. Okay. I will use one bonus action to make Roherthan. Roherthan.
Don't you
Smack
have
that
don't you have a an extra attack?
He does.
Yes, he does.
Main hand weapon.
Yeah, with frost. That's a hit.
Yeah, well, that was shitty. Shitty.
You
Damage.
say that.
I was about to ask, is it bloodied, but is it shadowed?
You see some
Um,
slight...
The you see like these wisps of shadow pouring out from the gashes in the armor and from the eye holes of the helmet. The soldier appears to be very close to death's door.
What we need now is a necromancer to heal it.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see. So, yeah, okay. The soldier in front of you, Kothar, looks at your sword, then looks to your face, and tries to stab your face.
Aw, what kind of pretty face.
When a creature within
He
5
misses.
feet of you makes an attack
Misses
against
both.
target melee,
Just see this, the tip of the blade just...
I can make a reaction to that with set up,
Yes,
which would just be...
you can.
I guess it's just going to be a regular glaive hit.
It
since
is.
I haven't... Yeah.
It's just a regular one attack,
Okay.
so...
I haven't
Uh,
put Tears of Evergold on it yet, so...
your glaive, does it kind of say magical sword
Glaive?
or magical weapon?
I don't
Yeah,
think
does
so.
it have a plus?
Doesn't have a plus, so no.
Yeah, but this is the
Is it a named glaive?
No, it's just the glaive. It's the polearm, not the axe.
okay. Thanks.
Can you ask her to stop dying?
No, because she's eating a popsicle.
I will not comment.
I'm not sure what that means.
It means that she's gonna be coffee for a while. Okay. You you whack the soldier in front of you, Rohirden,
Yep.
and your glaive cuts a little bit through the armor. The creature inside recoils a little bit, but you don't seem to be making nearly as much headway into it than Shump. Speaking of Shump, the creature near Death's Door is gonna try and stab at you. Desperately.
Desperately he's doing it, but desperately
Yeah.
he's just missing.
Yeah.
Can't stop playing with that. She
The
keeps
one
wanting
here-
to play with water.
The one here is gonna move to Shump's back and try to grapple you.
That kind of stuff.
Still
That's
contested.
yeah.
You either athletics or acrobatics it.
So that should be acrobatics. Oh,
Sure, you want acrobatics?
Good. Excellent.
Isn't your
I have-
strength
You're
superior?
grappled.
Well, I have 17 or +7 on acrobatics and +6 on strength, no, athletics.
Okay. You're grappled. Excellent.
Then I think it's time for you to cry now.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Some manly tears.
Yeah. There is still one other thing to make a move, so.
That spell is kind of gross in a way. It's like,
The the one further away moves to Shump and tries to stab as well.
I
17.
really don't like him.
Nope. No hits on Shump. God damn it.
I should definitely be like proficient in athletics because I would have had a +10.
Yeah, that's your-
That would be better.
Hmm.
Champ, how much AC do you have?
119, not 20.
That's like 20. Nice.
Rohirden.
Yes, I will use. I'm just checking what this one is. I will hit it with the glaive and use Divine Smite.
Okay.
So you got that hit.
17.
17 against the one in front of Kothar.
Yes.
Okay. That hits.
And I'll roll the Divine Smite again. Just so it's actually proper, because the first one was a checking roll, if you want.
I don't know what the radiant damage is actually calculating. 1 + 1 d8?
Good
I
question.
don't know
But
what that is calculating.
yeah, it's
It's definitely rolling d8s.
Yeah, it's rolling 2d8s and it got 6/6.
That's a weird ass way to calculate it, but okay.
That's how it was when I when
I
it was set
I
up,
like
so.
it. I like how it rolls it. 1
Yeah.
+ 1 d8.
Yeah, it looks correct, so which is weird.
It's calculating correctly, but in a weird format.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Some radiant, some extra undead damage.
The knight instantly recoils from the strike and shies away from your blade as this divine radiance emanates from it and cuts deep into its shadowy core.
Aw.
Yeah, I know.
I'm scaring it.
Anything else?
That would apply to. Where's the weapon butt? Guess I'll hit it with the butt of the weapon as well. Extra attack. For absolutely nothing, because I'm pretty sure 14 misses.
Yeah, 14 misses.
You just wave your glaive around.
Kothar.
Yeah. Seeing as how he's not accepting my kind offer. Oh yeah, this is why I haven't made this as a weapon, because this sheet doesn't allow me to use my casting stat as the attack stat. Never mind. Done. I will drop the blade up to the ground and cast Ethereal Blade. Just you see him casting, and then just the blade starts forming from palm to palm until he has a fully set up short sword. And then I'll try to swing at it again. Let's see if I set up my Ethereal Blade spell correctly.
Oh, it's
Oh,
nice. I
They look
like it.
pretty.
Can I adopt
Yeah.
one?
You can try.
There you go.
Blade. 25 hits. And 8 radiant damage.
And cold damage.
And it counts as a magical weapon, I'm guessing.
Yes,
It's
because
magic.
it is magic. I conjure the blade after all.
Yeah.
No, it's actually not a magical blade. It's just a
Yeah.
it's
Just
just
a
a spell
lightsaber.
that conjured it. It's actually made of plastic.
I see a small annoying typo that I'll fix.
How do you do it with a
Okay.
typo?
Yeah. The creature in front of you, Kothar, it recoils from the strike, and with a bright flash of essentially embers and ash inside the armor collapses to the ground. The armor itself like shriveling and distorting, almost like it's stuck in a vacuum.
No man can kill me. I am no man.
a woman.
Good. I'll carry the momentum forward and step forward and smack that fucker.
Kill steal.
Oh, is that the one that's injured?
Yep.
The one
Ow.
here is injured.
I might as well just finish it. Where's the spell? There.
What's that now?
Nah, doesn't
14
hit.
misses.
Oh well.
Extra attack, extra attack.
That was the extra attack.
Anything else?
Extra attack.
And bonus action. Do I? No.
Okay.
That is it.
Good. Shump. You have one of these soldiers clinging onto your back.
Yeah. Another contested, maybe.
If you want to break free, you can make your attacks just normally if you want to keep swinging, though.
So I can kill while he is holding on to me?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
basically just over your shoulders. You can still move your
Yeah.
hands and
Yeah,
walk.
because it will be
it
very
only-
emasculating for him.
It
Could you-
only
you sing it?
removes
Could you
your
s-
speed.
Okay.
Makes your speed 0.
Could you sing "I Want to Break Free" while you're killing him?
I want to break free.
Just flip your swords in your hands and just stab backwards.
Yeah. Who are you attacking with?
The injured one.
Okay. That kills it. It
Cool.
also, the armor shrivels, and the creature inside becomes like this billowy ash and embers.
Cool. I'll then turn to the one next to me, and I will hit him with bite.
And thrust.
Okay, that's a hit. Not a very
And
strong
then-
one, but
Another one with frost. Just killing his friends while he's holding onto my back. That's nice.
I mean, well, You instantly bloodied the one next to you, so
Cool.
there's that.
Then I'll just shoot Kothar a little look like.
Okay. Good.
It would seem
Um,
that magical weapons work as they intended to.
So, since you are grappled, the knight behind you is gonna turn and move you half his movement speed over there and drop you down into the sludge and muddy old canal.
I will get you for this.
You hear the two of you hear this like wet squelch and cursing as Shump goes toppling over the side and like knee deep into mud essentially.
Doesn't he need to push him? I mean,
No.
He's grappled.
He's grappled.
but-
You can move another creature half your movement speed
If
Yeah,
you have
but-
grappled them.
without any trouble.
but can you actually push him away from you? Because you're like holding
not-
him.
He's
He
not
just dropped
pushing.
me.
You
He just
dropped
moved
him.
him
on the
over the edge and let him go.
Ah, okay. I got it. I imagined it differently. Never mind.
And then for good measure, reaching over the side, the knight is gonna try and stab down at you, Shump. Both of those miss, I'm guessing.
I
Shoot.
can make a reaction to the attack.
Sure.
You can. Stab him.
I am going to.
I think you can only regular weapon attack, can't you? But you have the divine thingy on it.
That's only as I make an attack. I don't think it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, it's just a as use thing. I didn't use Tears of Evergold, so I will try and hit the back of the head of the thing
Okay.
as he's bent over the edge, trying to stab
Yeah.
Shump.
You just like knock the helmet, the back of the helmet.
Yep.
It's actually okay.
This is where I wish I had some kind of holding spell.
The let's see. The soldier next to Kothar is gonna rush ahead and try and strike at Rohirden instead. 10 and 19.
10 and 19, which my AC is like way down the bottom. 19 misses? What? 18 AC? I think? No, old armor modifier. That should be disabled, right?
Oh, the sheet has fucked around with the armor modifier?
Mm-hmm.
What armor are you using?
Splint mail plus 1. I know the first one
Oh.
misses.
The splint. Shoot.
Or cheat sheets. Splint mail, 17, so 18.
That's 18 then.
The
So
second one
19
misses.
hits for a horrendous 4 slashing damage.
Oh no!
Yeah. Almost at death's door. Rohirden, your turn.
I will cast. I will cry a little as his weapon hits me, and then rub it on my glaive.
Okay. Single tear
A
rolls down
single
your
tear
cheek.
all the way down the glaive, right to the weapon butt. Somehow.
It's a big tear. It's a big tear.
It's a manly turret. Of course it's a big one.
And then I will proceed to smack that fucker with the
That
glaive.
was your action.
Yeah, that was my action. So it would be one. Can I attack it? No, I can't. Can I?
Nope.
Nope.
You
What
can.
about the weapon
Yeah.
butt thing?
Weapon butt, I can do that.
That's
No,
tied
that's-
to.
No,
That's
that's
tied to your attack.
extra attack. That's titanium attack. So can't do anything.
Seems to be you.
Oh, that's
So
a
you
minute,
have
so-
only prepared your glaive for next round.
Yep.
Okay. Kosa.
Yeah.
I need to remove that health.
Yeah. I'll. There's not much else I can do to
Cast Wish.
experiment on them. I wish I had Wish. So Smackety with Blade it is.
Oh no! Not the blade!
Stab it in the eye.
Yeah.
You missed it.
And second strike.
10.
You're horrible.
Is it using? No, it's just rolling a 2 and a 5. Of course I miss.
Yep. See, there's your problem.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a suggestion. Try to roll a 2-numbered number.
That works.
Mm.
I'll
Just do
have to
like,
make sure it's,
Just do what Rohithan knows to do. Roll a d1.
Yeah.
A D1 plus 1.
Anything else?
Or d1 plus how much you want.
Actually, for curiosity's sake, I'll fling a dart at it from close range. So I'll take the disadvantage.
Can you make that as a bonus action?
Yes, because I made an attack with a light weapon as my main weapon.
Okay.
And throwing a dart is a light weapon as well, so offhand.
How many hands do you have?
15 is a miss.
Oh,
That's lost art.
You swipe the air with your blade twice and then throw a dart like right in front of its face. It flies off.
flies between one of the two horns.
Yeah. Jump. This is gonna be difficult terrain down here.
How
you can make.
far
you
down
can
is
make. It's only like 5 feet down, so you can make an athletics check to climb up to here if you like.
Can't the attack from below?
Yes,
I
you can
jump
also.
up and,
Yeah.
like put my Kopesh through his ankle or something? Pull him
I mean,
down to my level?
You can also like reach straight up and hit him without any kind of extra hassle.
Oh. Oh.
The last
13 and an 11 and a 20. The 20 hits. That's something at least.
I'm surprised the 11
Or-
didn't hit.
Yeah. You see Bite as it cleaves through the stone of the steps in front of you. There's this shower of sparks, and the blade rings with this strangely hollow kind of sound. It makes you slightly worried.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
That's odd for a magic weapon.
Yeah. I was thinking about hitting him with my ring, but I don't know if...
Maybe you bought a hollow weapon.
I
mean,
got it. It was given to me.
Yeah, this is an obsidian stone blade that's been coated in a magical sharpness and protection to make it stronger, essentially.
Yeah.
I
That's-
mean, if you have
that's
a
my turn.
If
you
you
have a
hit
diamond
some,
pickaxe, you can dig.
yeah, if you hit it hard enough against something strong, it's gonna start getting through there.
Deteriorate.
You just need a tiny little micro fracture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, you can always use Rohithan's tears coat it again.
Yeah.
True.
The Shayna in front of Rohirden is gonna strike at Rohirden. Miss both
Miss.
times.
Lovely.
Yeah.
He's nothing but persistent with missing.
Yep. He's gonna try again. The one above
Surely he-
Shump, the one above Shump turns its
Attention to me.
gaze to Rohirden as well.
Try,
Oh,
try,
Jesus.
try again.
Wow. Okay.
Oh dear.
I need to check something. I'm just curious.
So, the Shade Knight swings at Rohirden, trying desperately to cause some sort of damage to this beacon of light, and instead proceeds to smash the helmet off the other one.
Twice.
Aw.
You hear the
Flank, flank.
yeah, the first the first hit basically knocks it
Askew.
just it goes askew, and the second one like flings it off completely.
Well, that's a nice fella.
Yeah, you can see that the figure has the features of a human, but like a shriveled, old or shriveled, malnourished human with like gaunt cheeks and barely any flesh on his bones, and all of his skin is like this
Shadow.
shadowy mist that has these little sparks of embers like flitting through it constantly. Rohirden.
Does it seem slightly like a corpse walking?
No, not like a corpse walking, more
the
like
shade.
shadow, like squeezed into the figure of essentially what you'd see in like those old pictures from Auschwitz or something. Those super gaunt and shriveled people.
With embers.
Yeah, except that their skin is shadow stuff and slightly embery.
With Tears of Evergold active, I'm gonna glaive the one directly in front of where I'm facing.
So the one down here.
Yep.
Okay. 16 is miss.
Weapon, but the one to his side.
That's gonna hit, at least.
And extra attack will be glaive again, which is a miss, so it doesn't matter which one I try
Yep.
to attack.
But you have your tear damage.
Yes.
Do
Two
you,
damage
what,
is
half of the weapon damage dealt in a damage type the creature is vulnerable to is what it said.
so 2 damage to whatever it's vulnerable to.
Which I'm guessing is radiant.
Maybe.
How?
Not sure.
What? How would you ever think of that?
I'm not sure, just a whim.
Yeah. Anything else?
To be honest, in 5th edition they didn't actually include that much.
Double checking something from Sentinel.
I'm guessing you.
You need to clean out the text, oh wow.
Yes, I do.
Yep. Nothing from Sentinels. Well,
Nothing
like now,
from-
it's just reaction stuff.
Well, it does affect it, they don't have movement speed, since you hit them.
No, with an opportunity attack.
attack of
Oh,
opportunity.
yes.
So,
So, Kothar,
I'm actually
cleaning house.
going to do something a bit different. Because,
Okay.
you know, this is to experiment.
Yes.
But this requires concentration, but I'd like to use the spell component of this thing is something that the creature I'm trying to banish is repulsed by. There's radiance in this ethereal blade, so I just, before that whisks out, I'd use that as a component, if that's okay.
Sure. It's very ingenious of you. Take a point of inspiration.
Thank you. And now, banishment. That's 4th level. Oh, why is the failing? The failure is just purely negating it, so... Doesn't make the
Charisma saving throw.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, 1 point off.
1 point off.
Okay.
Good.
Now, very, very important. Does it make a popping sound?
He's reading.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Yes, it does. The the creature, armor and all, disappears.
Good. I'll maintain my concentration on it.
It's invisible.
Yeah,
That
that was also the one that I had in the turn order. So whoops.
Oops.
It was 11.
And
Yeah.
I'll step back behind the Rohirthan. Actually, I'll step back 20 feet. As you just see him focusing intently on it. The dart ready in the offhand. Because
Okay.
his ethereal blade is now whoosh, gone.
Shum.
I'll keep on hacking at that guy from below.
Yeah, nibble those ankles.
23 and 24. 14 misses.
Yeah.
What's with... What the hell?
8, 6.
Champ seems to be a little bit of an ankle
Oh,
binger.
and that. Okay. What does it look like when you kill it from below?
His ankles will just slide off, you know.
He
So he'll
slides.
stand there
He
looking at the
slides.
legs.
Yeah, he slides
Yes.
off his own feet.
Yeah. Just he looks down and then he just topples because he can't balance very well. So he falls over me and I will just hold one cold fish over my shoulder. He will kind of latch onto that and disembowel himself over my shoulder.
Sure. So, yeah. Well, yeah. You you expertly dispatch the final of these Shade Knights. The
With
armor.
a flair, of course, because I'm a
Of
brilliant entertainer.
Yeah, the armor shrivels and then collapses, rains over you and into the mud as the figure inside shrivels and dissipates.
I'm guessing we're out of initiative.
Yes.
Rohirthan, Sham.
Yes.
I have one of them held, but if I hold it for more than a minute, it will be gone forever. Do you have any means of capturing this kind of creature, do you think?
I have a ring, but it doesn't work on magical beings or undead. I could capture its soul if it was sentient. I can't.
Well, oh, this edition and differentiating between a whole person and a whole monster.
Is it a monster though?
I am
It
pretty
won't
sure it's
be.
a monster,
Yeah.
even though it is humanoid shape.
Yeah, but it's not a humanoid in that regard. It's
Yeah.
it's a shadow of its past self.
Mhm.
Yep, I was just checking. Alright, do not then.
The internet.
And manacles. Rope.
probably won't work.
It seems as solid as anything else. I have manacles, 2 of them actually, but we'll need to disarm it and subdue it.
You need to think quick.
Tick tock.
We could always try. At the very least, we can kill it if it doesn't work.
Yep. I dropped my concentration spell.
Okay.
It pops back into existence.
Yes.
Welcome back from the lovely wherever you went.
Do we hear another
Oh,
popping
you-
sound?
Keeps popping. I think he has a problem with his
Ah.
with his bones.
Supposed to remove that. There you go.
I will.
Initiative, I believe.
Yeah.
More initiative.
You didn't ready actions, so roll initiative.
Hey, 19. We probably should have got a Shump to quickly climb out of the river.
Shump likes the river.
I'm guessing he would have had time to do that since we talked for a short while.
They didn't say you were readying an action.
No, but
All your
we're
manacles.
talking more that he was getting up from the river.
Yeah, well, he didn't move,
Okay.
so.
Meanwhile, where's that spell?
Rohiden, you're first in order.
I will attempt to grapple it.
Okay.
And disarm it somehow.
Could you turn on light? Thank you.
Are you struggling to turn it on?
Grapple would be
Let's get it on.
athletics.
Yep. Okay.
Fail miserably.
It rolls a terrible athletics check, but it still
Still
succeeds.
beats me.
You try and wrap your arms around it. It clasps its gauntlets on your wrists and like tosses your hands to the side.
No touchy.
Yeah. Shump.
I do. Wait, I see.
Can I even do anything from here?
I mean,
I
you can climb up. Now
Yeah.
that there's no nobody above you, you can climb out without any trouble.
Except
But
for
there
a
and
pair
then
of bronze
just-
boots.
Holy shit. Yeah, the first one is enough. The first frost attack is enough. You cleave straight through, and the armor crumples in on itself. The
I thought we were
shadow
trying
inside-
to capture it.
the
Sorry,
shadow
I'm
inside
kind
shrivels and dissipates.
Oh, sorry, I'm in the middle of saying that I'm coming to bed. I was supposed to be there like 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
Oh well.
Good. And we're out of initiative. You have dispatched the little patrol of knights.
And I'm guessing there's nothing left here on the ground after them.
Just the mangled bronze armors.
And their weapons.
Yes, they're bronze weapons as well.
I'll bring one of them
Sure.
and cast the detect magic ritual cast later.
Okay.
The next time I'll not kill the last one.
Which I tried to grapple for the reason.
Okay, good. That was a good session.
Yeah.
I have a question to you, Theo.
Yeah.
With my spell mislead, I can speak, I can gesture, I can do movement. So can I cast a spell through it? I mean, it doesn't actually specify it, so that's why I'm asking you. Because it's kind of a problematic area.
Yeah. That's a difficult one, definitely.
You can think
Uh,
about it if you want.
I would
I need
say
to run.
I don't think so. I think you can probably do all the right hand signs and words, but I don't think your illusory self can cast magic. You would have to
Roll
be
for
in range
deception with that.
probably to.
Yeah,
Make them
but I
think
can
you're
see
casting
and
something?
hear with it. That's why I'm kind of
Yeah, but
like
it
it's
isn't.
not that
It
I'm
isn't
awake.
you. That's the thing. It's still not you. It's your illusory self.
Fair enough.
So
It
I would
would be
say
the
that
same way as the major illusion.
if you are within the range of the magical effect, then you could essentially have the illusion do the gestures, and the magic would come from you. But if the illusory image is far
Too
away,
far,
then no.
yeah. Got it. Okay, I like it.
Good. Great. So, close us off, Opposite. You're the host now, dog.
Nope. No closing off. Mwahaha. Stream will stay on forever.
See you next week. I gotta go.
See you next
See you,
week.
Seth.
Bye
Subscribe.
bye.
Night.
He's been playing with one pussy already.
I'm actually surprised. I don't think Torm's pussy showed up at all.
No,
So
she's
she's
here.
busy destroying the water.
Probably.
No,
There's
she's
some
now
noises.
now gone to sleep.
She's still destroying the camera or anything.
So next level, I need to take modify memory
Yep. I need to
to
close off
remind
stream
Champ that he loves me.
and the camera and shit. So that.
Just set it to the outro screen, right?
Yeah.
Or the intro screen, which is the same thing.
Yep.
Is it the intro to the outro?
Fuck it. We're doing it live.
Yep. That was basically my look at it to begin with. Next week, hopefully everything will be back on Teo's side of things. And thank you for watching. All that jazz. We should follow. They can't hear me. I can't hear them. Good night. There's a Discord.